So here we are outside of Ripken Stadium in Aberdeen, Maryland, testing out with the 2021 GMC Yukon Denali. It's William West Hopper with the real DCCarGuy, and we're here with the 2021 Yukon Denali. Now, this is General Motors' full-size SUV that's based on a truck platform, and is not unlike its brother, the Chevrolet Suburban or the Cadillac Escalade. Where this vehicle excels, it's not as glitzy as the Escalade, and it's a little bit more upscale than the Chevrolet. So if you want something that's well appointed, it's got a lot of room, the Yukon is the way to go. Now, why would you buy a Yukon as opposed to a Chevrolet Suburban? Well, a Chevrolet Suburban may not be quite the elegant vehicle that the GMC version is. GMC is a notch up. Chevrolet is for the working man. GMC is for the working man's boss. Now, if you really want to go C-suite, then you'd go up to the Escalade. The one thing you're going to see about these GM vehicles, they don't all look alike anymore, though they have a similar side look to them, but their front ends and their rear end, their grills, their hoods, their tailgates are all going to have a very specific look to them now that differentiates them from their other competitors within the General Motors brand. Now, this vehicle that we're running today is a 6.2 liter V8 engine. You can also get the Duramax diesel in this vehicle, and that would be great for a little bit higher fuel mileage. The GMC Yukon is truly the grandfather of all full-size SUVs. And if you think this one is big, get a Yukon XL, and it's even longer. When you talk about size, this is size. This is full size. It is a big truck-like SUV. It is a four-wheel drive vehicle. It is a great vehicle if you're going to be hauling passengers. It's not going to be the single occupancy vehicle that you might want to use to commute in. But if you have an active lifestyle, whether you're a camper or a hunter, or you have a family that likes to get together and go off and do things, this is a great vehicle for that because there's plenty of space in it. But if you're looking to tow a travel trailer, this would be a great vehicle. You could be carrying the family, everything could be in this vehicle without any problem. And there's plenty of room inside, and we're going to take a look at that. This GMC Yukon has individual bucket-style back seats, not a bench seat in the second row, but in the third row, there is third row seating as well. So you're not going to be able to fit 20 people in here, but you're going to fit a good 7 people in this vehicle. As you can see, this is one large SUV. It is a pickup truck based SUV, and actually it's been on the market as a vehicle for a couple of decades now, and in reality it is showing its age a little bit. Even though it has been modernized, it has all kinds of safety stuff on it, but it's still the old school kind of vehicle. Who's buying these vehicles? Well, it's probably an established family with full-size kids. That means teenagers or college-age students, a family that still wants to move everyone at once. So that's what it's going to be. Or it's going to be someone who is using it in an executive position, who is moving people around. So this is definitely going to be used as a people hauler. It's a damn big people hauler for sure. And there's a reason it's big. It's a truck-based vehicle. If you want to go bigger, you can go bigger with the XL. This does have the retractable steps to help you get in, but there's really not a lot of places to grab things. There is a grab bar up here, but as we've learned with an older traveler who's with us, who's looking to grab something here, and there is nothing to grab there. And what are you going to find on that front row of the 2021 GMC Denali? Well, you're going to find 2 bucket seats with plenty of room in there. Well, you're going to see a very nicely appointed interior, very well fitted out with a lot of nice details, a lot of leather-like trim, the stitched leather touches over the soft plastic. Everything feels comfortable. The steering wheel is adjustable. An adjustable steering wheel is always nice to have. Controls for trailering controls, light controls, four-wheel drive controls, parking brake, the electronics that you need in here, the heads-up display controller. Everything is pretty well set up. So the vehicle does have a wireless charging space that's actually nice and large, so that's very good. It takes a little bit of time for it to pop in, but it does start the charge. And if you don't want to see your phone, you can just close that off. A large, spacious center console. Rear controls for the rear climate. There's plenty of controls here for that. Nice sized touch screen. You've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, which people want. You can have a variety of users for this vehicle. Certainly it has navigation. And one of the things that a lot of cars have these days is a Wi-Fi hotspot, and this one actually does have this Wi-Fi hotspot in here, which is nice. Let's go ahead and have a look inside of the second row of the 2021 GMC Yukon Denali. All right, so you've come into this back seat, the second row, full-size doors, and you want to get to the third row. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's very easy. You push the seats forward there, move them down, and they move up. Like that. You step up and over and across some tracks, and then you're able to get into the third row. There are seat belts for 3 riders in this third row, so there is space for 3, though you're going to find that the third row is better if it's just 2. Though there's plenty of room back here, and if you're traveling with a family, probably this is where your younger kids are going to be, because the teens are going to be up front, the tweens and the youngers are going to be back here. And though they do not have any screens, what they do have are USB-C outlets here on the side, so they can plug their devices in, and there's a place to put their drinks. The real key seats to sit in this vehicle is the second row captain's chairs with fold-down armrests, because of the huge television monitors that are there. And you can put on pretty much anything. USB video, USB music, there is HDMI 1 and HDMI 2 outlets, so plenty of tech here, and that you can get in and out of without any problem. So what is it like in the third row? This is what it's like. There's plenty of headroom back here for an adult. There's air vents at the top. There are USB-C outlets here. So the third row is fine. You're going to be able, for the second row of monitors, you're going to be able to connect in HDMI 1 and HDMI 2 outlets. And you're going to be able to use the USB-C outlets there to plug in for power or to run music or video. Now what happens when you want to get in? You pop one of the seats up, and you push it where you want. You step up on the retractable step and you get in. So you can see these connections, and there's all these connections are right here. And so you also might want heated rear seats. You got that. You also might want heat. So you've got vents up on the top to bring heat and air conditioning in. So that is a very good, to set the temperature is all right there. So you have pretty much everything you need. USB and the USB-Cs are right here. And if you have something that you need to plug in, there is a 120 regular standard household outlet right there. Of course, cargo space and passenger space. Now this is a 3-row SUV, and if you want to put the third row down, you just push these buttons here and they go down. Now talk about space. You've got a lot of space with both this third row and the second row down. Now this vehicle does have the 2 captain's chairs in second row, so there is an opening there, but you still have, I would say, a good 4.5 feet of flat surface here to load things in, and then things on the side. And you could still probably carry your dog in the middle or something. There's still plenty of space in here if you want to do that, or pop one of the seats up and you have a place to sit, and you still have plenty of cargo space. Thing with the Yukon is that it's designed for 2 things. It is designed for passengers, and it's designed to tow. Now this one's not set up with a tow package, but it's pretty easy to do that because underneath here is everything you're gonna need to tow it. But honestly, a lot of people aren't towing 100% of the time, so they don't want the massive hitch situation hanging out, so it's got this nice cover on it. There's a lot of room in this GMC Denali. Large space here for the third row and for cargo, second row here, first row, and of course for the front where your power plant is. And in this one, it's a 6.2 liter V8 engine. What's under the hood of this V8 powered Yukon Denali? Let's find out if we can figure out how to get into it. There it is. It's a massive engine. The 2021 GMC Denali has been a great vehicle to review. It is a great vehicle if you need the space and you need the power. It's a great vehicle for coming out into the country like we have here in Hartford County, Maryland. It's a great vehicle to go off-road in because it has 4-wheel drive. It's a great vehicle to go camping in. This V8 powered GMC Yukon is going to be a dinosaur because electric vehicles are the way of the future. And GMC will be bringing out next, well, it's going to be the Hummer, the all-electric Hummer. And we were recently on a call with the GMC team, and they were telling us that the Hummer is a completely new generation, all new architecture, pretty much everything. Expect great things from the Hummer brand and from GMC. And as you can see behind me, there are electric charging stations. This is a charging facility because the future is here and it is electric. If you're coming up I-95 and you need an electric charger on the property of the Ripken Stadium off Route 22, you're going to find a whole host of them. There's about 9 of them here. There's CHAdeMO connector and CMS connector, and then the J1772 connectors, plenty of those. We've been driving this vehicle for a couple of days along the Susquehanna River in Hartford County, Maryland, and I want to thank Hartford County for hosting us while we were out here. I want to thank you for watching this episode of The Real DC Car Guy as we tested out the 2021 GMC Yukon Denali. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and hit that like button. Share our videos and subscribe to The Real DC Car Guy. The nice thing with this is that it does have an